They are sailors whom India forgot. 2 years after they were taken hostage by ruthless Somali pirates, 7 Indian hostages are still languishing in captivity. And now a dramatic new video that captures the plight of 7 Indian sailors held hostage by Somali pirates has come out in the open. The sailors have issued a desperate appeal to the Indian government through YouTube, saying their health is deteriorating and they are now desperately seeking release. They have appealed to the Prime Minister, the President and Congress President Sonia Gandhi to save their lives. A 10th Chief Engineer Bahadur Singh has sought the government's intervention at earliest. He said, and I'm taking you through the statement we're picking up from these sailors, "We are fed up, mentally tense all the time, our health is not good. Please save us." Earlier, External Affairs Minister S.M. Krishna had said that India will take steps to tackle piracy and bring back our captive sailors.
I'm Chief Engineer Bahadur Singh. My ship name Asphalt Venture belongs to OMCI Shipping Company, Mumbai. So our ship on 28 September 2010, the Somali pirates, they catch our ship in Indian Ocean and they brought our ship in Somalia. So now we are 22 months hostage here. On 15th April, they release our ship. Our owner, he fulfilled their demand, but they catch 7 people and they brought up on the land, and now we are finished 22 months on the land as a hostage. So our condition is very bad. So I don't know what the government taking action. We are long time now, we have become fed up. We are just mentally tense and our health is not good. So we are requesting to the Honorable President of India, Honorable Prime Minister of India, and UPA President Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, and Opposition Leader Mrs. Sushma Swaraj, please help us, save our life. We want our release. Please help us, save us.
Well, it is a heart-wrenching appeal that you just heard out here on Headlines today. Let's get in our correspondent Maha Siddiqui, who's tracking developments in this story. Maha, we've just heard that desperate appeal coming forward from these sailors. You can't even begin to imagine the kind of trauma that they would be undergoing. Almost 2 years in captivity. How exactly are we expecting the authorities to take up this issue? We've heard what S.M. Krishna has to say on this issue, but how exactly does it move to the next level?
Well, Nida, the Indian government stand on the issue of sailors being held captive by pirates has been very standard. It's also unfortunate because when they state this fact to the families, they get no sort of solace from that. The stated line is that they will pay no ransom in any case of piracy because that will make the sailors sailing in those areas in tricky waters, in dangerous waters rather, sitting ducks. But in this case, the ransom demand was of course made earlier, after which 8 of the sailors were released, but they kept back 7 of these sailors, demanding that the crackdown that the Indian Navy had launched against these pirates and captured some of them. Some members from this gang that is holding these 7 people captive, they are detained by India and that they should be released. So really, it's a double whammy. First, a ransom demand, and now after a crackdown, these people have been held captive because there is a crackdown on the pirates. Now, the other thing is that the families of the people who sail in these waters say that, and of course, understandably so, because they are going through such trauma, that why can't the Indian government release these pirates?
Correct.
Because most of these pirates do not kill anybody but hold them captive for ransom.
Maha, but that's the thing. What crime have these sailors committed? 2 years in captivity. We spoke to one of the sailors' wives just a short while back. Complete desperation in her voice, Maha. If the Indian government finds its hands really tied on this issue, then what's the way out really?
Well, the Indian government continues to maintain that they do try to negotiate, not in terms of money, but try to negotiate with the other countries that are involved or are at the risk of their sailors being captured by Somali pirates. And India has constantly, and even at the UNGA, when S.M. Krishna was there, a
Maha, just hold on to that thought. Let's also get in a word from Ms. Sampa Arya, wife of a former hostage. I remember speaking to her earlier here on Headlines today when her husband had undergone a similar kind of ordeal. Ma'am, appreciate you joining us here on Headlines today. Yet again, we're talking about 7 sailors in captivity. The Indian government, it seems, is taking its own sweet time. What assessment do you make of this entire situation? How do you think the government should be going about and addressing this problem, ma'am?
Actually, every time you visit such kind of ministries or concerned authorities, they will definitely let you know there is nothing like ransom and all. This is against constitution, and this is very pathetic and poor situation when we come to these words. Because if even we want to donate some money for such kind of sailors, we cannot make it reach to those people because there is no law formation in our constitution like that. So what is the next situation? In next situation, they will just let us know they will negotiate with the owner of the company, but sometimes the owner of the company is somewhere else, maybe in abroad, or you cannot ever reach to those people. Once a time you will visit the ministry, second time, third time, fourth time, maybe 10 times. But you cannot make it happen more than 10 times because you are a very poor middle class family. Then what is next? Maybe
so that's the question, Ms. Arya. 2 years in captivity for these people. The government still has not taken any concrete step. What happened in your husband's case, the kind of manner in which you reached out to the government? Do you think these families can engage in a similar kind of dialogue, ma'am?
Yeah, of course, because every time they will just let you know they are handicapped. They are handicapped because ransom is against constitution. Then there is next word, humanitarian aid. How it should be sent to those people? They can ask to Pakistani government, because my husband was made come back by the efforts of Mr. Ansar Barni, the governor of SEM, Mr. Izradul Ibad Khan. If they really want to make those people come back, why don't they speak to those people? How did they made it happen?
Correct. Well, a valid point that you're raising there, Ms. Sampa Arya. Many thanks for having spoken to us here on Headlines today. Maha, we just heard the reaction that's come forward from Sampa Arya, wife of a former hostage. I remember speaking to her even during the time that her husband had been undergoing a similar ordeal. A valid point that she's made, Maha. If people from Pakistan, people like Ansar Barni can come out and make things like this happen, what exactly is holding the Indian government back then?
Absolutely. And Nida, Sampa also pointed out to a very valid point. She said that there are people who do want to actually donate money so that they can collect enough money and pay the ransom, but there is no procedure really of getting in touch with the owners of the ship, or perhaps in some case in a scenario where they want to directly contact the pirates and hand over that money. There is no such procedure, and the Indian government reiterates its stand that no ransom will be paid. Well, the government has its own stand based on valid points that will jeopardize the safety of all other sailors, because then they will be easy targets. Once the pirates know that a ransom is paid by a certain country, they will immediately target those sailors. But obviously these families are desperate because their people have been held captive for so long. Let me point out one thing, Nida, that the conditions in which these pirates keep the sailors is deplorable. In some cases, in the past cases we've seen on MV Suez and MV Iceberg, some of the sailors are still held captive on MV Iceberg. They are not given food. In fact, they are in some cases not even given water. Some of these people were storing rainwater and drinking that water. So you can imagine the condition of these people, and in that situation, if they are told that no ransom will be paid, that we are still negotiating with the owners, it really is heartbreaking for them.
Well, and it's a deplorable situation as far as these sailors are concerned. Highly unfortunate that they have to undergo conditions like this. Maha, but at the end of the day, you're pointing out to us, and a valid point that you're pointing out to us, that it's a double-edged sword even for the government to be able to come out and engage in a situation like this. But then what about the families of these people? What ray of hope can they cling on to in a situation like this, Maha?
Well, in the past, we've seen, even in the case of Sampa Arya, she made several rounds to New Delhi. She met every possible minister she could. She went to the leader of opposition. She spoke to everyone and made that effort to bring her husband back. But there are a lot of people who have old parents, perhaps, as the only people who cannot make these rounds of New Delhi all the time. And they come once, they make a plea to the relevant ministry, to the shipping ministry of External Affairs, and then they go back back to their respective villages. So really, the only ray of
All right.
hope for them is that once their plea is registered, that the Indian government makes a concerted effort to get in touch
And
with
what
the
is
owners
that effort
of
going
the
to
ship.
come out to? That's the big question. Maha, stay on with us. Let's get in a word from Mr. Surendra Singh. He's in fact a relative of Manjeet Singh. Let's just speak to him and get in a reaction of what exactly is happening right now. सुरेंद्र साहब, हमसे बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया बात करने के लिए. आप हमें बताएंगे कि मनजीत सिंह से आपकी कब क्या बात हुई थी और अभी क्या सिचुएशन आपको पता है, लेटेस्ट क्या है?
मैम पहले तो फोन आ जाता था
जी,
और एक या दो महीने में आता था. अभी पिछले 3 साल से तो ऐसा हो रहा है कि 4-4, 5-5 महीने बाद फोन आ रहा है. वो भी सिर्फ 1 या 1.5 महीने बात होती है, 1 या 1.5 मिनट बात होती है. यही बोला जाता है कि क्या कर रहे हो, हमको छुड़ाने के लिए गवर्नमेंट क्या कर रही है. और गवर्नमेंट से पूछो तो वो बोलती है कि उनके बंदे पकड़े हुए हैं पायरेट, उनको छोड़ो तब इनको छोड़ें.
तो गवर्नमेंट से आपने कितनी बार इस मुद्दे पर बात किया है? आपने, जैसे हमने सुना है, संपारी हमसे बात करी थी, काफी चक्कर लगाने पड़ते हैं गवर्नमेंट के अपनी बात सुनवाने के लिए. आपके साथ भी क्या यही हो रहा है?
जी, वो वही बोल रहे हैं क्या, अभी गवर्नमेंट ने भी हाथ ऊपर कर लिया, बोल रहे हैं कि हम नहीं छोड़ेंगे अपने बंदे. तो वैसी बहुत परेशानी है.
तो फिर आप क्या कर रहे हैं ऐसी सिचुएशन में, जब आपके फादर इस सिचुएशन में अपने आप को पा रहे हैं? तो आपका क्या नजरिया है? आपने गवर्नमेंट से बात कर ली, अब आपकी उम्मीद किस एवेन्यू पर है कि आपका बात ये माना जाएगा?
मैम फिलहाल तो कुछ समझ भी नहीं आ रहा, क्योंकि मम्मी ने और मैंने तो हर एक इम्पॉसिबल चीज करने की कोशिश की है. पॉलिटिशियंस से मिले हैं, दिल्ली जाते हैं हर महीने, वहां जाके बात करते हैं.
तो आपको दिल्ली से जवाब क्या मिलता है?
कंपनी वालों ने.
दिल्ली जब आप जाते हैं तो आपको जवाब क्या दिया जाता है सर?
मैम वो सारी बातें तो मम्मी करती है. जवाब वही दिया जाता है कि हाँ थोड़ा वेट करो, हम लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं. यही बोला जाता है.
All right, Mr. Surendra Singh, appreciate you joining us at such a tough time for you and your family. Many thanks also to our correspondent Maha Siddiqui, who is taking us through the details of the case as to how the Indian government is coming out and responding to these developments. But let's not forget, it's 2 years of captivity for these 7 sailors, and they still do not have a ray of hope to cling on to.